village which has more than 400 houses. This one is the Bola Tinubu court.
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second day in Borno State was particularly significant. Today, he commissions a doctor's quarters named after him. The workers put finishing touches to a mini estate tastefully furnished. Chief Medical Director and Chairman Borno State Health Management Board took us through the details of the new doctor's residential quarters.
By 2013-2014, it became obvious that our health needs were far beyond what we had envisaged. It was no longer the routine maternal and child health, chronic ailments and things like that, but it was more of having to do with weapon injuries, mass casualties and things like that. And like I said, being constrained by human resource and the number of people coming in, we now had to look inwards to see what we can do. So in line with that, Borno State is blessed with a great human resource potential. I tell you that every year, for the past 10 years or so, we graduate not less than 50 medical doctors from the state. We graduate not less than 100 nurses and midwives from the state, and not less than 100 community health workers from the state. Maybe about 20 or 30 pharmacists, radiographers, and all the complements of health workers. But then the problem was getting these people engaged practically. So, and most of the people with the insurgency, once they graduate, they leave the state. Therefore, the government put in a very deliberate measure aimed at attracting people into the service. One of the things that was done was that at inception in 2011, a bursary allowance was given across board for all health-related students. Medical students were receiving 20,000 naira every month. Those in School of Nursing and Health Technology were receiving 8,000 naira every month and 6,000 naira respectively. Now, in addition to that, we opened up incentives to attract more people into the service. Between 2011 and dates, we have increased our human resource base by more than 100% in most of the fields. For example, we have employed over 100 medical doctors, giving a total of about 152 medical doctors at the moment, out of which there are 11 specialists spread across our hospitals. We have employed variously about 750 nurses and midwives added into the system. We have employed over 200 other health workers, including pharmacists, radiographers, physiotherapists, and medical records information officers. All these have been added into the system. Now, one major challenge because of the security was where to accommodate them. And then the government also moved further in order to achieve these things. And in doing some of these things, this is one of the edifices we are seeing. This is a quarters that is dedicated for the welfare and accommodation of doctors, so that within the initial period of their engagement, where to stay will not be a problem for them. We also have a similar edifice somewhere that is meant to accommodate nurses and midwives and other health workers. But most importantly, outside the state capital, if you go to each of the hospitals, here is a complement of staff quarters.
The political icon arrives to cut the ceremonial tape of the Bola Tinubu doctor's quarters.
These quarters will represent the welfare of people. If the doctors are comfortable, the patients will benefit from dedication and commitment. May Almighty Allah give peace, stability, and prosperity to all in Borno State. Thank you, Doctor.
It is the last duty for Bola Tinubu before he bids the state farewell. But it's a visit he will cherish for a long time.
At the formative stage of the APC, we had a titanic struggle over the soul of the APC in Borno with my predecessor, with our leader, Senator Dr. Ali Modu Sharif. It was the tenacious support of President Buhari and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu that really succeeded in capturing the soul of the APC to us in Borno State. They were almost, I could say, our savior angels. You and I know that 12 PDP governors could not catch one single Ali Sharif. But with the support of these two gentlemen, we effectively catch, domesticated, and castrated him politically in Borno. So we felt inviting Asiwaju Tinubu to commission projects is a show of gratitude. And all those that are trying to sow seeds of discord between the presidency, between President Buhari and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu do not mean well for this nation.
For me, it's time to concentrate on other development strides in the state. The town of Maiduguri is gradually taking shape. Traffic in the city has become heavier. Many people from other parts of the state have come into Maiduguri to what they call a safer haven. Governor Kashim Shettima is up to the task. He has started fixing roads, schools, and hopes that former First Lady Miriam Abacha will come to commission a state-of-the-art female hospital named after her.
When you look at the quality of healthcare in any country, you look at the maternal mortality, the infant mortality, neonatal mortality, that is, women and children bear the brunt of diseases that kill people in the third world. This is one of the first women and children hospital in the whole of the north. I don't know if there's any in the south. But this hospital is going to be dedicated purely for maternal and children issues, where, you know, we will have specialists to deal with complicated cases of women problems and then children problems. You must have heard that our governor have sponsored 110 female medical students to study abroad. They are all at different levels of their studies. And within a short time, Borno will compete with any other state in the south with the number of female doctors. I'm not saying all doctors, but female doctors. Within a space of maybe 2-3 years, we will have 110 of them coming in, apart from the ones that we have already. And most of them will be the ones to man this women and children hospital. And if you look at the peculiarity of the culture and the religion here, the predominant religion, most men would prefer their wives to be seen by a female doctor, and that challenge would have been solved. Not only that, we'll make sure that all, you know, sophisticated equipment that deal with women and children issues will be brought into that hospital, so that we'll now start having women coming from the south to come and you know, benefit from the expert services that will be provided in that hospital.
We also had the opportunity to visit the site of the proposed Borno State University, one of the legacies Governor Shettima hopes to leave behind. And then Lagos House. We also visited the Legacy Garden Estates. To kill my curiosity, I also moved around Maiduguri in the evening. I strolled on the streets and had time to do some shopping. There is a curfew that starts at 10 p.m. and ends at 6 a.m. Life in the city before these times is bubbly. I'm standing on Lagos Street, and Lagos Street is one of the very beautiful streets in Maiduguri. You can see it all lit up, and I'm standing with some youth. It's about after 7 p.m. local time in Borno, Maiduguri. How is a nightlife right here in Borno?
This here is the best road in Maiduguri. It's beautiful. No any road in Maiduguri, in Borno State like this Lagos State. I am happy very much in Governor Kashim Shettima. His help poverty for the any people is Boko Haram and crisis. Anything Boko Haram is coming to enter to Borno State. If Boko Haram is come, no securities. If you know, if securities is enter, security she is everywhere. But is that
is there Boko Haram?
She is there, Boko Haram.
There's no Boko Haram. Is there is Maiduguri. Boko anytime bomb. 2 days, 3 days bomb is affecting.
She are affecting.
It's affecting.
But where was there bomb in Maiduguri since?
Bomb. Munagareji.
Kaleri. Monday market.
Now we are feeling happy in Maiduguri. Many things is changed at this administration. Because we are praying for Almighty Allah to help our presidents Buhari and Governor Kashim Shettima and our militaries, civilian JTFs, mobile police and army. We are all happy about what they are doing. That's because I am very glad with Kashim Shettima.
So there are many people who are outside Maiduguri, and when they hear somebody is in Maiduguri, they just believe that the person should be afraid. You should not even come near Maiduguri.
Forget about them. They don't know what they are doing. Maiduguri now is clear.
We're on our way to Damasak. Now, Damasak is, I hear it's about close to 200 kilometers away from Maiduguri. It's one of the towns that was attacked by the Boko Haram insurgents. And from what I hear, the whole place was leveled. But the state government has begun to rebuild Damasak. This is my first journey out of the city. From my interactions with our driver, Ghana, and Gudusu, who is from the Borno State Radio Television, we hear that as at a year or 2 years ago, you could not pass this road. The border between Maiduguri and starting the journey down to Damasak, you could not get there. In fact, he said the Boko Haram insurgents took over the whole road until the security people came and overran them and pushed them off away from these parts. So we are now in Magumeri. Magumeri, of course, if you have been going through the Boko Haram challenges and reading about all that has been happening in the last few years, you must have heard about some attacks in Magumeri. Well, we're passing through right now, and there's nothing. Everywhere seems peaceful. Okay, we are Damasak now. Engineer Mustafa.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Well done.
Welcome to Damasak.
Well done.
This is Mobile Local Government.
Okay.
Mobile Local Government, headquarters of Damasak.
This is what?
Mobile Local Government.
Mobile Local Government, headquarters of Damasak.
Damasak. The
Okay.
headquarters is Damasak.
Okay. Okay, so this is...
This is the government lodge.
Okay.
The other one is the secretariat. So only yesterday we started constructing this one. Before we are using
This was attacked by the Boko Haram insurgents.
Attacked and burnt. Only that the roof is not affected.
Okay.
We have now brought down the POP and all other materials. We are now we're going to reconstruct it back, put it in normal shape.
Okay. When did this happen?
Just about 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
The government lodge?
Yeah, government lodge.
And we can see that they have their writings on the wall.
This is the road.
Can we interpret what they wrote there?
They wrote Allah and Mustashfa Allah. This is, they are using it as their hospital. Mustashfa is the name given called a clinic in Arabic.
Okay, so they were using this place as their hospital.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, until they were driven out of here.
By the military, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That is why you can see the roof is not destroyed completely. So they are using this as their hospital.
Wow.
When you go inside, you will see it has been worn down. So we are now bringing down the POP. We're going to shape it back again.
Okay, so this is the local government secretariat.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the office of the local government chairman.
So only yesterday we brought material for the reconstruction of the secretariat. It has been assumed that it will consume nothing less than 5 trucks of timber, which you can see outside. Well, we are now going to start modifying the rafter now.
Okay.
Yes.
So work is just about to start.
About to start, yeah.
And then we arrived at the main town to see the signs of Boko Haram's siege on Damasak. We also noticed the different constructions going on.
When they came in the first time, they just had gunshots. Then the gunshot is increasing. So they went into a river and then passed through to the Niger Republic.
Okay, so he's one of those who went to Niger Republic.
Oh, yes. Are you I'm Niger? Yes, he's one of them.
How long ago was this?
2 years, 4 months. It's about that time.
Did Boko Haram destroy his house when he came back? What made him come back?
His house was destroyed, and they heard that His Excellency announced all those who are around, they should come back to their houses. That is the reason why they came.
Has he seen that his house has been rebuilt?
Where's
his house?
Why? My house.
Okay.
This is my house.
Okay.
Wow, this is his house. And then he appreciated the governor for the reconstruction of his house.
So what about his business?
It's a pepper seller.
Okay.
Before they ran out. He is now sitting idle without any trading. He's about to recover now.
There's so much to see in the town, and the people are excited that someone is telling their story. A different story, not the stories of wars, deaths, and destruction written by the insurgents. The temporary market site is active. On our way, we meet some people who have some tales to tell. They are Nigerians.
They are Nigerians, but not Nigerians.
Nigerians, okay.
But when the problem came, they crossed to Nigeria.
Okay, so he experienced Boko Haram.
You see, when they came, they received everything of them.
Okay, they took everything from them.
They took everything.
All their cows and everything.
You see, they collected everything from them, including the cows.
But life is coming back to normal.
Alhamdulillah, yanzu kuna samun sauki ko?
They are still managing.
The reason why they are here, you know, when the ICRC was registering, they were registered.
Okay, they were registered by the ICRC.
And they have given food for them.
Okay.
But the formula we used, they cannot take all the food to bush. We give them a measure, and then the remaining one kept in the police station. They finish it after 2-3 days. They come and collect the remaining one. That is what we have.
The district's head's palace was brought down by the insurgents, and he was killed. Today, the government, through its Ministry of Reconstruction, Rehabilitation and Resettlement, have begun rebuilding the palace.
The life is better and is good. Now Damascus is lively. They are constructing all the houses. They give us enough food. That is to our people, like ICRC, NEMA, SEMA, and the state government.
My next visit is a school attacked by the insurgents and being rebuilt by the government. But that is not the major challenge being faced here. 501 pupils were taken from this school, and only 4 of them have been recovered today. The parents of the students,
they are around.
They are around.
Well, Boko Haram came into this town on Monday. They started just killing the people. They started burn all the houses. So the people, some of our people, they ran into Niger Republic, that is Dipa, one of the states in Niger Republic. Then some, they went to Maiduguri. But about more than 500 people, 501 men, women, and children. The Boko Haram, they went, they take away with them, just like what's happened in Chibok. But our own is even more than for happening in Chibok.
As I move around the rubbles, I step on a nail and I'm injured. One of the hazards of the job. Well, it was an opportunity to see the state of the healthcare in Damasak as I am led to the local hospital for treatment.
Well, we are here at the mast that was destroyed, and from what I've seen from the car, it was taken off from the base. You will see it. What did they use to destroy this thing? Power saw. This is an Airtel mast.
Airtel Max.
Just to cut communication.
Yes. Not only communication. You know, when soldiers liberated a place, they will climb on top of the mats for a set of surveillance. When they climb up, they will see everywhere. So they don't want this. Okay. And they used to hide, you know, around.
Yes.
So when they cut this one, they don't have access.
For aerial view.
Yes. Aerial view, yes, that is it.
No communication from any Nigerian network in this local government.
Yeah.
So right now you use Nigerian network.
For a town once besieged by insurgents, Damasak gradually comes back to life, with its residents happy to have their lives back to normal. The government hopes to make it remain so. Next week on After the Siege, Borno State, Road to Recovery.
They killed many people in this town. They cut their necks, they killed them, they do anything they like in this town. About 9 months, we are staying with them, and now God has helped us.
The Borno State government is trying to provide school to the over 50,000 orphans, the children.
Questions for the week. What is the name of the government ministry in charge of rebuilding homes, schools, and other public buildings? What is the name of the school that 501 students were abducted by Boko Haram? Send your answers in text messages to 0903 834 5892.
5 lucky people will have a chance to win 5,000 naira worth of airtime, any network of their choice.